In the annals of history, certain figures emerge whose actions and ideologies shape the course of the world. Adolf Hitler, the man who would become one of the most notorious and enigmatic leaders in history, was such a figure. Welcome to our journey through the early life and background of this complex and controversial individual. From humble beginnings to wielding immense power, Adolf Hitler's life is a fascinating tapestry of events that played a pivotal role in shaping the 20th century. We delve deep into the enigmatic origins of a man whose name would eventually become synonymous with terror and oppression. Our story begins in the idyllic Austrian countryside, where Adolf Hitler was born in 1889. Little did the world know that this unassuming child would grow up to lead one of the most destructive regimes in history. As a young boy, Adolf displayed a keen interest in art, politics, and history. But the seeds of a darker ideology were already taking root within him, setting the stage for the rise of an ominous future. Amidst a backdrop of political turbulence, a fervent desire for change swept through the German nation after World War I. In this climate of uncertainty, Adolf Hitler found his voice and charisma, drawing followers who would become fanatically devoted to his cause. But behind the charisma and fiery speeches lay a complex and troubled individual, driven by a deep-rooted hatred and desire for supremacy. Join us as we journey through the formative years of Adolf Hitler, peeling back the layers of his life to gain a deeper understanding of the forces that shaped his beliefs and actions. From the sleepy town of Braunau am Inn to the bustling streets of Vienna, we follow the young Hitler's footsteps, exploring the pivotal moments that would mold him into a figure that both mesmerized and horrified the world. Unravel the enigma of Adolf Hitler's early life and background, as we seek to comprehend how a seemingly ordinary boy evolved into the central figure of one of the darkest chapters in human history. Get ready to step back in time, for the journey into the heart of Adolf Hitler's past is about to begin. Born on April 20, 1889, in Braunau am Inn, Austria, to Alois Hitler and Clara Posel, Adolf grew up in a modest household, with his father working as a civil servant and his mother dedicating herself to the care of the family. Adolf's childhood was marked by both tragedy and ambition. Sadly, 3 of his siblings died in infancy, leaving him and his younger sister, Paula, as the only surviving children. Despite the challenges, Adolf showed an early interest in art and was a talented sketch artist. However, his dreams of attending the Vienna Academy of Fine Arts were shattered when he failed the entrance exam, a setback that would have profound implications for his future. But Adolf was not one to be discouraged. He moved to Vienna in 1907, hoping to pursue a career in painting. During his time in the vibrant city, he experienced the hardships of life, living in poverty and often finding himself on the fringes of society. It was here that he first encountered the powerful currents of nationalism and anti-Semitic sentiment that would later become defining features of his ideology. In Vienna, Hitler became increasingly interested in politics, and his views were greatly influenced by the anti-Semitic and nationalist ideas that were prevalent at the time. He started developing a profound hatred for Jews and blaming them for various societal problems. These early seeds of prejudice would later bloom into the monstrous ideology of anti-Semitism that plagued the world. Adolf's life took a significant turn in 1913 when he relocated to Munich, Germany, to escape conscription into the Austrian army. When World War I erupted the following year, Hitler enthusiastically enlisted in the German army, serving as a dispatch runner on the Western Front. The war had a profound impact on Hitler, fueling his fervent nationalism and militarism. He was decorated for his bravery but also experienced the horrors of war, which only deepened his conviction in the need for a strong and united Germany. After Germany's defeat in 1918, Hitler returned to Munich, a city rife with political unrest and economic instability. Here, he was recruited into the German Workers' Party, DAP, a far-right political group that would later be renamed the National Socialist German Workers' Party, NSDP, or the Nazi Party. Adolf Hitler's oratory skills and charisma quickly propelled him to prominence within the party. His passionate speeches captivated audiences and garnered a growing base of supporters. The seeds of his dark ideology, combining nationalism, anti-Semitism, and authoritarianism began to take root, resonating with a disillusioned and economically devastated population. Throughout this time, Hitler's rise to power was on the horizon, fueled by an unyielding determination and a vision of reshaping Germany and the world according to his radical beliefs. But as the shadows of history lengthened, no one could have predicted the cataclysmic events that would soon unfold under his leadership. Join us in the next part of our journey, as we explore Adolf Hitler's ascent to power and the harrowing consequences of his actions, forever leaving an indelible mark on human history.